Zenshu ni adalah satu anime original. Dia bukannya datang daripada manga. Actually hari ni dekat Facebook on the 23rd of March 2024, I got whiff of this. So I put it on my Summer of Chaos punya Facebook page yang Mappa nak buat cerita pasal animator macam pot calling the kettle black or something. And then bila later on kita orang find out that it's not exactly what it is. Because lari poster ni kau tengok, oh dia buat cerita kanak-kanak ke, ada unicorn, ada hero, tapi cerita dia jadi macam isekai. And then I was ready to slate it. Who watched it? I think Alif watched this, right?
Yeah.
And so did Amber. So yeah, we'll talk to Amber because Amber kepala kat atas. Kau dah tengok habis lah? I mean, are you up to date with it?
Sampai latest episode lah. Ada lagi satu episode kan, tak silap, next week.
Aku baru sampai episode 6. But anyway, you like it? You don't like it?
Waktu mula-mula kita sebut pasal Zenshu ni, mula-mula kita macam isekai ke tak. Aku macam I have that hope lah. Aku harap cerita ni bukanlah isekai kan. Sekali betul ke isekai sampai ke hujung episod isekai. Aku macam dia mixed feeling juga Dia ada benda yang best, ada benda yang tak best. Dia macam dah lah, satu dia punya apa tu, dia punya apa orang panggil montage every time si Hirose ni nak guna dia punya power dia sama. Setiap episod sampai sekarang aku macam, cuma ya the latest episode je lah macam tiba-tiba for the first time the void attack tempat dia ingatkan tempat dia tu macam tak boleh dimusnahkan ke apa, ataupun the void tak nampak ke. Sekali tempat yang Hirose tengah lukis tu actually boleh dimusnahkan dengan serangan the void tu kan. Macam okay, the towards the end the story become more interesting lah. Sebab awal lepas dia masuk, okay, first 3 episode dia macam best. So cerita ni animation lah, wah gila, Mappa gila babi buat animation dia. Lepas tu bila masuk 4, 5, 6, 7 saya macam repetitive, benda sama je ulang-ulang kan. So benda tu macam mula-mula macam agak boring lah. Almost drop cerita ni. Tapi episod berapa lah, tak ingat lah, waktu dia jumpa dengan naga tu. Apa entah nama naga tu?
Naga ni Justice.
Justice lah. Waktu Justice lah. Waktu dia jumpa dengan naga tu, okay, the story start more interesting. And then si siapa ni, Luke Prevan, dia pun dah start ada feeling dekat Hirose semua. Okay, benda tu start macam okay. Tapi tu lah, dia macam actually cerita ni sampai sekarang okay, memang betul nampak jelas cerita ni isekai. Tapi macam betul ke cerita ni betul-betul isekai? Adakah sampai ke hujung? Adakah Hirose ni akan duduk dekat dalam A Tale of Operation ni sampai habis? Adakah dia akan ubah cerita ke apa? Adakah lepas dia ubah cerita dia hidup balik ke apa kan? Macam interesting ke sebab the original orang yang mati buat movie A Tale of Operation ni pun ada dalam dunia tu juga. Di sini bagi kita kat Hirose dah tak guna kau buat semua ni sebab plot tu dah berjalan lah. Tak guna kau buat semua ni. Macam interesting lah juga benda tu.
Alif,
I think I agree, memang first few episodes dia memang rasa agak repetitive. Tapi I think apa yang buat cerita ni best is the meta element of changing the story. Ni macam a bit going into spoilers lah, tapi I like how macam sebab dia dah tahu the story of the Tale of Perishing sebelum bila masuk dalam into the world kan. So I like seeing macam mana dia try nak change the story yang dia dah familiar with and dia dah tahu, tapi dia nak ubah sebab dia nak ubah the destiny, the fate of all the characters dalam dunia tu. It's like what if macam contoh lah macam I like Dragon Ball, and what if one day aku termasuk like dunia Dragon Ball, I'm trying to change Goku daripada mati dalam Android Saga or something like that, and then how that affects the story and the characters moving forward lah. So I like that meta element of changing a story yang kau dah familiar with tapi you're still trying to change the narrative.
Every time kalau Hirose lukis, kalau benda tu tak jadi, dia akan macam effect. Macam contoh dia macam scratch. Ada satu part dia scratch dia punya kertas, and then scratch tu actually macam hidup. Dia macam apa ni, macam menghasut the void ni semua jadi macam dah tak terkawal apa semua sampai sekarang. Macam benda tu macam meta commentary juga lah. Like, kalau kau macam apa ni, macam in real life kalau kau buat salah pun mesti kau kena marah or something. You have to apa ni, macam deal dengan denda ke apa. Tapi dalam ni macam kau kena deal dengan berkaitan dengan nyawa kehidupan. Benda yang like, benda tu boleh membunuh kau. kalau kau buat salah. So macam interesting lah benda tu.
It's also macam the story itself is alive and trying to fight back against the changes yang Natsuko, apa nama dia?
Hiroshi.
That she's trying to change. So macam I like that meta element.
Okay, the thing was when I compiled the which title to pilih, mula-mula aku almost didn't even want to put it in the title in the list, but that's a bit selfish lah. But also I was going to go macam ni lah, masa aku suggest this session kepada you guys, in fact it was like 4 hari lepas, 5 hari lepas, I was going to go, tak apalah, aku akan komen atas apa yang aku dah tengok lah, which at that time was 3 episodes. Because like apa Amber cakap, because animation untuk part when Natsuko unleashed her artistic prowess as a form of power nak lawan the void ni semua dia repetitive. Cantik memang cantik, tapi macam tu, why is this going to be a stick? Macam it started to feel like one of those, because as an uncle, I'm a child of the 70s, I used to watch, you know, those cartoons, macam He-Man lah, tengok He-Man, asyik animation dia takkan tukar. By the power of Grayskull, dia guna the same lukisan for 10 season or whatever. That's what you're going to get. So aku rasa macam jalan cerita pun, okay, something attacks the city, they win. They say, so for 3 episodes. But then just now, semasa nak menunggu session yang start, saya tengok another 3 episodes. And then actually macam, okay, it's going somewhere, because satu bit tu dia tak tunjuk the entire montage. For example, I was okay fine. I think because dia dah tahu dah, penonton dah tahu bila Natsuko nak melukis, dia takkan buat montage tu. Tapi ada another meta bit as well, macam for example in episode 4 when she wanted to thwart this doomsday cult to overcome their feeling of dread into positivity, she did a boy band idol punya drawing as the ni kan. Aku macam, my god, apa but at the same time macam mungkin at the same time lah macam, tapi gila je senang part tu, dia thwart the problem. And then aku macam, losernya korang as a cult, macam cepat je macam, saya seronok sekarang, saya boleh tengok gambar ni hari-hari. Sedangkan you know that elf for eternity think her friends die can be easily balik ke pangkal jalan by just looking at the drawing. Tapi it all ended there when I was introduced to Justice the Dragon. Dragon ni okay lah, bertanduk juga aku macam oi dia 9 soldiers and 9 apa? 9
warriors. 9 soldiers, betul.
9 soldiers. But the thing was, it didn't make me think at the beginning, what 9? Isn't there just like 1, 2, 3, 4 including the robot? So aku tak terfikir. And then now we met this dragon, then we see the backstory. And then tadi the last episode aku tengok masa Luke and finally Justice sat in front of the grave of the 3 friends. Aku macam, I think I need to see more of this. At the same time as well, because thus far kita tengok Natsuko ni macam asyik melukis je, helping out. But now we see that there is character development in the sense that, because all this while, that's her downfall. That's why she couldn't proceed with the project. Semua dia nak buat sendiri. Pasal dia kata, nanti in the end aku boleh buat lagi laju pun. So she's still functioning like that now. Unlike you guys, obviously aku baru episode 6 lah. So apa yang korang cakap tadi pun aku macam tak faham pun. So it's not spoiler sangat lah untuk aku. But so I said within 3 episodes, daripada nak macam just slate it as like, what lah tu, this is actually quite good. I quite like it.
Tapi opening song dia banger. Every time opening song dia memang
takkan stop lah. Bandmate
tak skip.
Psycho. Tapi ending song tu siapa buat? Walaupun
Suo, tak Islam. Suo, tak kenal siapa dia.
So yeah.
お疲れした。あらあら。